Cancers, there was a lot of sacral energy coming forward, a lot of intimacy, a lot of sexual energy that was coming forward in the channels for sure. So as we work through this Virgo energy, a lot of fertility and creativity are yours for the taking, okay? Welcome to your Virgo season Tarotscope. Cancers, I'm not sure if a lot of you are feeling frisky, sexual, wanting that intimacy. That was coming through very strongly when I was channeling for you. Also, the energy of fire. I have a candle lit right now, but we don't have any planets in fire signs unless the moon is in a fire sign. Everything's kind of earth and air right now. So if you're needing that spark or that passion or that intimacy, be sure to incorporate more fire energy into your life, whether that's through exercise, sex, candles, especially if you have a lot of fire in your chart in addition to Cancer. This is a huge check. Or if you don't have any fire, this is a big, strong yes for fire energy. I was just smiling though, because there was this energy of this like very intimate, this very sexy bedroom, and this kind of wanting more passion or wanting more excitement in your life and really making that a priority, but also not just giving your body and your being to just anyone. I really want you to take pride in your body and your home and your creative and beautiful energy that you have and keep it sacred. But also too, just in terms of manifestation, knowing the type of lover, the type of sex, the type of intimacy that you're wanting right now, and cultivating that in whatever way that means for you. But that was coming through very, very, very strongly. And I mean, currently we have the Sun, Mercury, and Mars all in Virgo, making beautiful sextiles to any placements that you have in Cancer in your natal chart. So this makes sense to me in terms of wanting the best and doing work to cultivate that type of sacral, sexual, creative, fertile energy into your life right now, okay? The cards that came through Cancer, we have the World with the Moon, and then also the Seven of Swords. So I'm not sure if y'all felt that last Aquarius blue moon that we had right at the end of Leo season. It was intense. And so I'm sure a lot of you were closing out old cycles, old limiting beliefs, or just old stagnant energies that are no longer aligned. So whether that was with love, health, career, money, whatever that may be. Also for some of you, if there are still wounds or triggers or emotional doubts or fears that came up or that just come up throughout Virgo season of not being enough, I'll just say this as well. Sometimes the Seven of Swords shows that there's someone sneaky or underhanded that is not really working for us, or someone might even be cheating in a certain type of way. So I want you to note, if you're with a lover right now, do you feel like they're being integral? Working through past triggers and traumas around people who cheat or people that are not good for you. Because remember, the moon is Cancer's ruling planet. In tarot, the moon represents Pisces, which is kind of wild because Pisces had the Three of Swords with the Chariot. So it's like, oh, maybe they broke up with a Cancer. And now we have these two cards. So if there is a Pisces in your life, Cancer, that you're feeling a little bit hesitant with, trust your intuition. But for everyone else, I want you just to be aware of those doubts, those fears that are coming through, and not just sweeping them under the rug. If there are certain fears that you have in your life right now, in any regard, this is a time to work through them, because we're wrapping up a cycle, right? The World is literally the last major arcana. So if we don't deal with this Seven of Swords energy, it's just going to keep cycling back around, and we don't want that, especially when we get to Libra season. Virgo season is great, in my opinion. We have some nice energy coming through. We still have Mercury in its domicile and exaltation till the end of August. We have Venus in Libra, its domicile, until September 10th. When we get to Libra season, Mercury is going to be retrograde. We have Jupiter and Saturn stationing direct, which is good, but when they're stationing, they don't have any power. So we have Mercury retrograde while Saturn and Jupiter are getting their life together. So I want you, Cancer, please, if there's anything that you feel unsure about, especially around love, because that was a big, strong energy in the channel, whether that's a current lover or just your own fears and doubts, or if you have any intimacy issues that you've been working through, to please continually do that work and to not just let it go. Yeah. And really pay attention to what came through during that Aquarius full moon, because like I said, I felt it. A lot of other light workers and energy workers that I talked to, they were feeling it. And just boundaries. I know that's such a buzzworthy term in general, but I do think all the other readings that I've done so far, for those of you who have been putting in the work, doing the time, now is not the time to waver and dip back into old cycles or old patterns or old limiting beliefs. Now is the time to move forward and get that amazing sex, that amazing lover, that amazing passion and intimacy, Cancers, that you deserve, okay? We love to see it, all the hard work being rewarded, but I do think it'll just be a little bit of finishing touches, switching our belief systems to get that big, beautiful energy that we deserve, okay? And I keep seeing white kittens. I think it was Charmin, like back in the day, which has those like beautiful white cats with like toilet paper. But I just keep seeing white kittens or white cats. So if some of you have a familiar that's a white cat, or you see like a white cat specifically in like a commercial, TV, movie type situation, I feel like that's just like a nice, again, purity in general, but very much linked to the crown chakra. Cats are very intuitive. I want you to trust that energy when certain things are coming in, to honor them. Because the moon, again, in tarot and just in general, it's that feminine energy, it's our body, it's our intuition. So trusting that and not allowing other people to tell you otherwise, Cancers, okay? And I also say this because they're kind of telling me that it may not just be simply passion and intimacy around a lover, but the passion and intimacy that you share with your friends, your family. I just think all of you, Cancers, are seeking an emotional connection at a deeper level, that you don't want to just keep it surface anymore, or you don't want to just keep helping other people without being able to be supported and nurtured as well. I think just that intimacy across the board is something that you're really craving right now, but some of you also, you need to go deeper with yourself to do that healing work, to allow that in and to know who is actually going to be there to support you in this journey and who is no longer aligned. Trust your intuition. If you get anything from this reading, please, please, please trust your intuition, Cancers, okay? And yeah, fire energy. They just keep showing me fire. So light those candles, exercise more, sexual energy is great, cooking over an open flame, a fire pit, whatever that means for you. I know it's still summer in the Northern Hemisphere, but lighting a candle, always a good idea. And candle magic in general. That's like another post, but you can easily Google candle magic in terms of intention settings or calling in new energy, calling in new love. There are fun shaped candles that you can indulge in or enjoy if you're wanting to call in certain types of energies. I'm sure most of you already know what I'm thinking about or referring to, so have fun with candles this season and see how that adds to your spiritual practice or just even magic in general, okay? Owls are coming through as well in terms of like a spirit animal, a totem, just in general, which is nice. Woo. Okay, but yes, owls, wisdom, intelligence, also kind of that nocturnal vibe, which is also kind of adding to like the energy of wanting to embrace the night, wanting to embrace the moon, your rulers, Cancers. So some of you are feeling more inclined to either work at night, use the evening or the nighttime energy to be creative or to be fertile at this time. Check. Lots of decisions, and I think this makes sense with the moon and the Seven of Swords, Cancers. The bottom card on the deck, we're just going to skip ahead a little bit. We have the Two of Swords. I think a lot of you are going to be making decisions to better yourself or just to place yourself, your passion, your joy, and your intimacy as a top priority. That's number one. What's even more telling is that the next three cards that I pulled, Cancers, we have the Two of Wands in the middle, and this one just keeps coming out for a lot of people. So I think we're at this position right now, which is good before we get to Libra season and everything is re-examined, to make these decisions now to set the foundation so we're not deterred or flailing around come Libra season. But we have the Two of Wands right in between the Nine of Pentacles or the Three of Swords. And so I want you to hear this one more time, Cancer. If there are certain traumas or triggers or pains or doubts or fears or limiting beliefs or stagnant relationships or toxic relationships or just people or energies that are no longer working, this is your opportunity to let those relationships go, because we have all of this prosperity, all of this beautiful energy that's coming in. I mean, I think we want that. I always refer to this individual as like living her best or their best life in a Gucci caftan surrounded by money. Or we can repeat similar cycles, given that we had the world before, and go through not being able to open up or to connect or continually be heartbroken or just not happy, Cancers. I think that's a big energy too, that while we're prioritizing our sexuality and our intimacy, we also just want to prioritize joy and happiness. So you get to choose which card looks better to you. And yes, there's going to be some work, but we're wrapping up a cycle right now. So we want to make sure that as we're doing all this integration, as we're healing and trusting our intuition, that we're choosing wisely, that we're choosing, if you so choose, the Nine of Pentacles, and that we're healing and working through the energy of this Three of Swords and Seven of Swords energy and just leaving that all behind us, okay? So you're not alone if you're starting Virgo season after that Aquarius full moon, feeling maybe unappreciated, a little bit low, heavy, working through these energies. Please keep doing the work. Keep trusting in the work, prioritizing yourself, honoring your intuition. If we see a white kitten or a white cat, it's a vibe. Trusting in that fire energy and that fire magic is really going to help balance everything out, especially if you feel overly emotional or you're in your head. That water and air energy. Go for a walk. Use the evening time to your advantage, and only accept lovers, friends, and energies that are going to pour back into you the way that you pour back into everyone. Okay, Cancers? Good. So that is my general reading for all of you. If this reading resonated, tips and donations to support this content creation are always appreciated. Please, please, please tag and share with a fellow Cancer who could also benefit from this message. If you want to book a one-on-one reading to go into this further, you can head to our website, www.stillwateralchemy.com, to see all of our current availability for readings and services. And lastly, if you want a greater depth to see how this Virgo season may manifest for you, you can of course watch your rising sign and your moon sign videos accordingly, okay? Thank you, Cancers, for watching. You know I love you, and I shall talk to you soon. Bye.